You don't need more credentials. You need to believe you're already the one, that it was meant for you, that it was destined for you, that you are the person that people need, that you are fully capable and equipped, and everything you need has been given to you, and anything else that is required is coming to you. You're going to attract it to you. This is part 6 of walking into your wealthiest season of life, this incredible guided series that goes along with your guided journal that I created for you. And I'm reminding you to make sure you go grab it at projectmewithtiffany.com/wealthy. We have increased the number of people who can get this journal for free to 1111, and this is the final allotment. So don't blow this off unless you're good with paying for it, because this will be transferred into a paid offer. I was simply giving this series out of the energy of abundance for a period of time for free. And I want you to really sink in this episode. This is extra potent, extra important for all of us. And you might hear the word self-worth. And I know if I heard that word in the past, I might have gone, I have self-worth. I have confidence. I know what I'm doing. I've accomplished these things. But really, it's more about the deeper subconscious worthiness. If there's tickling seeds of doubt, can I really do this? What if people knew I really didn't know what I was doing? Why would anyone listen to me when they could listen to so and so? And I need to have more of this, and I don't have enough of this. It is rooted in self-worth. We're going straight to the root in this part about anchoring into your worthiness of what holds so many people back from receiving more. From imposter syndrome to the fear of being fully seen, these hidden patterns can silently cap your income, block aligned opportunities, and keep you playing small, even when you're doing everything right, even when you're showing up and doing all the things. This is far much more and deeper than mindset work. This is identity work, because the version of you who already has it isn't questioning if she deserves it. Let's get you anchored into your own worthiness instead of wavering on your capabilities, because that's not going to get you to where you want to go. And quite frankly, it's not serving anyone. It's not serving you. It's not serving your family. It's not serving the greater good. It's not why you are put here. We just have had so many beliefs and projections and all sorts of crap that has clouded us, that have gunked us up, that we've inherited from generations, we inherited from childhood, that we've inherited from society and other people around us, that are lies, that they're not true, that have gotten in the way. And we're doing an extra deep cleansing job on that today. Imposter syndrome isn't about your skill set, isn't about your degrees, isn't about your credentials, isn't about your followers, isn't about your age, isn't about your looks, isn't about who you know. It's about your self-concept. The belief that you need one more certification or one more experience or more money in the bank is a mask for deeper unworthiness. I know, because I spent a lot of my life chasing that. Once I have this much in the bank, once I win this award at work, once I get to 10,000 followers, once I end up having this many downloads on the podcast, then people will realize I have something great to offer. And all we end up doing is keep upping the ante. It truly is a God-shaped hole. It's a spirit-shaped hole that can never be filled, because then we just change it to another amount and another number and another qualifier, and it never ends. It's a bottomless pit of us not really sitting in it and going, I've got everything I need as I am right now, or I wouldn't be called to do what I'm doing. I wouldn't be called to be expanding and doing more. In fact, I wouldn't even be drawn and so connected to walking into my wealthiest season of life, to this series, if this wasn't meant for me, because this was put in front of me. There's billions of people in this world, and there's billions of people who don't even know that this program that you're doing right now exists, but it was put in front of you as a tool, as a guide to take your hand, and Spirit saying, it's time. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to ascend. It's time for your next level. Fact, an estimated 70% of people experience imposter syndrome, and it is especially high and achieving type personalities, people who really want to do more and bigger things in the world. And studies show that it's not tied to competence, it's how individuals internalize success. Your income ceiling is directly tied to your self worth. I used to say it all the time in the earlier years of the podcast that your net worth equals your self worth. And it really is true. Some people go, well, I know people who are highly insecure who have all this money. Well, maybe they didn't earn that money. Maybe it was given to them. Maybe they are not capable of holding on to that money. And truly, behind the scenes, and I have coached a lot of these people, they're a mess. Why do you think that 85% of people who win the lotto end up going bankrupt? And even worse, a lot of them end up committing suicide. Even childhood stars who end up in fame really, really quickly and blow up. You've even seen it with social media stars end up in addiction, end up in self-harming behavior, and ending up unaliving themselves because it's just too far of a discrepancy of abundance to being worthy of the abundance. To a lesser degree, I did the same thing. I blew up on TikTok and it was such an extreme amount of abundance. And even though I've already conditioned myself and done the identity work to be able to hold on to the abundance and track the abundance I wanted, this was taking me to another level. And I had not done the deeper layers of subconscious work to be able to hold on to that abundance in a space of light and delight and joy. And it ended up feeling really heavy and burdensome to me. And I pushed a lot of that away. And then I ended up in a complete deep growth period that this beautiful series was born out of, because now I'm coming out of the other side. It was like the universe wanted to show me the manifestations of what you're calling in. This is why you have to trust divine timing. Because if it comes in before you're prepared, before you've been calibrated, before you've been realigned, before you have the capacity, both consciously and subconsciously, it is, let me tell you something, it's not cute. And I think that's a really important message that I was supposed to get across to you in this series is it's all being paced out for you. And the more you resist doing this work, the longer it will take, because the universe and God are not going to give you anything that you're not truly ready for. And you have to look at it on the flip side. What you've already received, you have deemed to be worthy of it. It's there for a greater purpose. It's there for a greater reason. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been given to you. You'll only allow in what you believe you deserve subconsciously, not logically. According to studies in behavioral finance and self-worth psychology, people with low self-worth unconsciously self-sabotage financial opportunities, from undercharging to avoiding visibility to procrastinating to getting stuck in perfectionism to even getting sick. That is right there to support my point of what happened to me. I did all of those things. Emotional embodiment creates deeper transformation than mindset work alone. This is why we are walking in to your wealthiest season of life. We need to embody this transformation, not just do the work above the neck. It needs to be in our physical body below the neck. It's not enough to intellectualize that. That can feel safer to so many of us. It won't work. It won't stick. It's fleeting. That's why you'll have some days you feel abundant and some days you don't. But when you really embody it and locked in, there's a grounded sense of knowing. That doesn't mean you don't get tested. That doesn't mean you don't have bad days. That doesn't mean everything you touch turns to gold. But it ultimately means that you know that you are safe and supported and secure at all times. So you can say affirmations all day, but if your nervous system doesn't feel safe receiving more, doesn't trust in receiving more, you simply won't, or if you do, you won't hold on to it. Neuroscience confirms that the body processes emotional safety and worthiness before the brain rationalizes it. So this embodiment work rewires the nervous system faster than thought-based affirmations alone. And you know I love affirmations, but not with you just saying them and writing them and repeating them. I need you to feel them. So the affirmations that I have inside your guided wealthy journal that goes with this. You can grab it by swiping up in the show notes. It's here in the description on YouTube on Project Me TV, or go to projectmewithtiffany.com/wealthy. Make sure you get this because soon this will not be available unless you choose to purchase it. Okay. And the affirmations in there, the exercises in there, I don't want you simply doing them from your head. You've already done enough of that. I need you to do them from your body, from your heart, from your soul, from your bones, from your cells. I need you to feel them. I'd rather you say an affirmation once a day, but feel it and let yourself really sink into it than say it 100 times. That's how much more potent that is. And then every Thursday, plus I'm also sending out extra emails that I've created for you for my wealth walkers that will have additional affirmations and some additional like key pointers, tips, some extra bonus stuff that you'll be getting along with this series and the workbook. So make sure that you are checking your emails for me. Everything's coming from info at Project Me with Tiffany. So you might need to look into your promotions folder or spam folder, make sure that I'm not in there, okay? Like, get me out of the junk, baby, because this is anything but. Fear of being seen is often fear of being judged as unworthy or being deemed as unworthy. You're not afraid of visibility. You're afraid of being visible and rejected for it, being rejected for you at core, your true self being rejected. This is why it can feel so much more comfortable to show up in a mask, in a costume. This is why I do my best to not as harshly judge people as anymore who come across as fake, who you can tell are posturing or positioning, even though I don't like it and I don't like how it feels. It's because of deep insecurity. It's because of feeling deeply unsafe, showing up as oneself. Because if you show up for yourself and then you're rejected, that's a rejecting of you at your true essence of this new identity of yours. So it is going to feel uncomfortable. It is going to feel like your skin is almost off and you're walking around being so exposed, stepping in and really embodying this new identity of yours and showing up like this in the world, showing up like this online and in your business, because no one wants to be rejected for that version. But if you're rejecting a masked version of me, a costume version of me, a persona that I've created, well, that stings, but it doesn't hurt as badly. Research shows that fear of public exposure is more connected to shame and early emotional conditioning than actual performance fears. So it's not about the audience, it's about identity safety, feeling safe and secure and supported in who you are. And this can't come from external factors. This has to come from within, because if we are only feeling safe and secure and supported in this new identity by getting affirmations from other people, by getting more followers, by getting more shout outs, by getting more business, by getting more opportunities, by getting signs upon signs upon signs, it's not really genuine. It's not really concrete. You know, it's like a very thin sheet of ice, and that is going to make for crazy making behavior because external validation doesn't anchor worth, it drains it. So if your confidence rises and falls with others' opinions, what other people think of you, what's happening in the world, what's happening in your business on the day to day, your self-worth is on a leash and you're being yanked and cranked and tugged and strangled. And then at times, you know, you're let off the leash to roam and run free, and it feels so good only to have yourself leashed again. So studies in self-determination theory show that those who base their self-worth on external approval experience much higher anxiety, lower resilience, and much more burnout. And we don't want that anymore. You've already been there. And everything that I'm sharing here isn't sharing it out of to judge or shame yourself for it. You needed to simply be brought into awareness where it's rooted in proven fact so that your ego can't try to pull you back to your old self and your old ways, because that is going to feel safer. That is going to be more familiar. That is going to feel less risky. You know, if you've spent most of your life with a story of, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. I'm too much of this. I'm the black sheep. And you've had that reinforced in conditioning in childhood. Then you've had it reinforced in society. And then you've had it reinforced in relationships. Whatever it is that we believe about ourselves, even if it's not true, we end up seeking confirmation bias out in the world. We end up attracting people, places, opportunities, jobs, clients, situations that keep reinforcing what we believe. So we have to choose and change what we believe about ourselves in order for our external reality to match it. It can't be the other way around. It can't be, I'm waiting for my external reality to change and then I'll have that match it internally. And that's typically what 99.9% of people do, unless and until you're made aware of it. You're in charge of this. There's a lot of things we can't control, but there are some solid things and we can, and this is one of them. So now we're going to go into a guided visualization anchoring practice where you are the proof. And this is designed for you to come back to again and again and again. This is designed to emotionally embody your worth so that it matches this new identity, that higher self that we've already met her. You've already met him. I want you to really sit here and take a moment and get reacquainted. You already have a visual of her. So take a look. What is she wearing today? Is she wearing the same thing? Is there a different color aura around her? What's her general disposition? Is there any movement? Is she rocking? Is she floating? Is she doing yoga positions? She might even be walking right next to you now. That'd be really curious to see where she's at before we get into this. Is she a little bit ahead of you, kind of beckoning you and smiling and happy for you to walk towards her? Or is she now walking next to you? Because that's ideally where we want to get to. And if you're not there yet, that's also okay. And it can change every single day because you could slip a little bit back, being beckoned and mesmerized and even manipulated back to that old identity still because it's so familiar. But it's going to have less and less of a grasp. It might last a minute, it might last an hour. You're going to catch it so much faster. Oop, I'm going back. I started getting beckoned. Some things started testing me in life. We're not doing that. We're walking towards this beautiful higher self identity. In fact, she's walking right next to me. Maybe she's just a couple steps in front of me. And I want you to visualize a moment in your life where you felt fully powerful, clear, and unapologetically you. It might have been only one moment in your life. It might have even lasted 5 minutes. Maybe it was when you spoke your truth to someone, where you finally was enough, and you finally released and you finally said what you needed to say and set a boundary and stood up for yourself. And you might have done it shaking, you might have done it crying, but you made a bold move. It might have been as simple as you chose yourself. It could be you choosing yourself doing this series. It could be you choosing yourself again and again every day as you're doing this, that you're doing the journal. You've come in deeper and decided to do my Make More, Work Less Money and Manifestation program, that you've made a choice to go all in on yourself because how you've been operating, you're done with it. And that is choosing you. No more toe dipping, going all in on something. Doesn't need to be all the things. It could be that you've just declared and decided, I'm no longer people pleasing. I'm no longer doing X, Y, and Z for the people. I'm going to reclaim that time for myself. I'm going to reclaim my own well-being. I'm no longer going to accept burnout as a payment that I have to give in order to have financial success. I refuse to do it anymore. I want you to really lean back into that moment and how that felt in your body. Let that version of you step forward now. Almost picture that version of you stepping out of your body and out in front of you. There's probably a color. Maybe it's sparkles, maybe it's glitter, maybe it's kind of a haze or smoke. That version of you already lives inside of you. There's proof because you've had these moments before. You've even had seasons of this before, some of you. I want you to feel her energy, her certainty, her inner knowing. She's not hoping she's worthy. She knows it is. Even if it feels uncomfortable, she knows this is the right thing to do. She knows that this is how it's supposed to be. I want you to look up, way off in the distance, while you're walking. There she is. There's that next level higher self version of you. She's so proud of you. She sees, okay, you're embodying me. I've been in you all along. I've been part of you all along. I've just been buried under a bunch of gunk. That's me. That beautiful force that just stepped outside of you, that you just envisioned, that is your higher self. There's just been a disconnect. That's why you felt so disconnected from yourself for so long. That's why you felt like out of sorts, discombobulated, like I don't belong in this world. Something isn't fitting. Am I having a quarter life crisis, a midlife crisis? What's going on? It's because you were disconnected from source. You were disconnected from your higher self, and that ends today. You're seeing the connection. You're seeing that she was there all along. I want you to ask her one question. What would I do today if I stopped waiting for proof and I started seeing myself as the proof? What would I do today if I stopped waiting for proof and started seeing myself as the proof? That me being here in existence right now in this world at this very time, that I was created in human form, that I'm here for a special reason. And the fact that I have these desires within me, the fact I have these visions in me, the fact that I'm craving and yearn and sink into doing this work, the fact that I can visualize and connect with my higher self, that's all the proof that I need. I don't need any external evidence. That's all shim sham anyway. I don't have to have that. That's just a making of, so to speak, the 3D world, feeling like we need to have all these things in place in order to feel safe, in order to know we can step forward, in order to have this certainty, in order to trust it. But that's not faith, and that's not divine surrender. What would you do today if you stopped waiting for proof and you had all the proof that you needed? Let the answer rise. No need to juggle with it. No need to overanalyze it. Let it rise. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a sentence, maybe it doesn't fully make sense to you. And it can also be a feeling. Do you have a feeling of wanting to lean forward? My guess is you don't have a feeling of wanting to stop right now. You have a feeling where you're being pulled. Where are you being pulled in your body? I want you to place a hand on your body where you feel the pull. Not pulled in a way that feels harsh. You're not being yanked around, but you're being gently yet firmly pulled into anchoring the version of yourself, this next level version, into your body. Where is that coming from? For me right now, I'm holding on to my lungs. It feels like that's the center source. I'm being pulled by a piece of yarn. The yarn is yellow, it's bright, it's electrified. There's sparks around it, there's sparkles around it, and I'm being pulled, and just gently being pulled by my higher level version of myself, by my new identity. She's pulling me towards her. It's safe to fully embody me. It's safe to fully come here right now. You're supported, you're being guided. You're meant to fully embrace this new identity right now, regardless of any current earthly circumstances that are going on. This is the identity that you need right now in order to be an energetic match for the manifestations, for the lifestyle, for how you're wanting to feel, all the things that you've been praying for and manifesting. This has been the missing part, is tapping into me and feeling me every single day. And I've been here all along. You've just missed me. You've lost me. You've not done the conscious work to be in regular contact with me. And what happens when we're not in regular contact with someone that we care about? You start losing the relationship. You slowly start forgetting about them. They're deprioritized, intentionally or unintentionally. And that's what you've done with your higher self. But we're not doing that anymore. Now we are making our biggest commitment to ourselves that we could ever make in our lives. And that's by taking some time every single day to connect with her, to embody her, to feel her, not just to think about her. Thinking about someone is nice, but that doesn't garner and foster and help a relationship flourish. We need to speak to her. We need to hear her. We need to make space for her. We need to care for her. We need to ask for what she needs and give it. I want you to say out loud any tone that you want to use. You can whisper, you can yell it, you can sing it. I don't chase validation. I don't need permission. I am the proof. My worth is my foundation. My abundance is the reflection. I don't chase validation. I don't need permission. I am the proof. My worth is my foundation. My abundance is the reflection. Take a deep breath. Let yourself release that breath in an auditory way. Take another one. Feel her energy now embodied in you. Feel the tingling sensation on your skin. Feel how warm your blood feels inside your body. Feel the expansiveness in your lungs. Feel a lightness in your step. Feel your posture being taller. Take a note of how you're feeling. I want you to look around in your surroundings right now, because she's not a future self version of you anymore. She's you now. She's right there. She's not even next to you. She is inside of you. She is morphed into you. And at times she can come out and be next to you. You can hold her hand if that feels safe, if that feels good. But know that she's a reflection of you. It'd be like you staring into a mirror, and she is in that mirror, and that is her. And she is you. And she is here now to remind you that she is your best friend. She is here guiding you to your ultimate abundance. As long as you trust, as long as you work on the relationship, as long as you prioritize that relationship, she won't get lost inside you. And if there's times when she does, you can always come back to reconnecting with her. But how does this feel in your body? And take a look at your surroundings. How do things look now in this world? Is the sky a little bluer? Do you notice anything around you that maybe you didn't notice before? Is there a cluster of flowers? Is there something etched in the cement? What are you seeing around you? You're going to see some new things that you've not seen before because you have a new perspective, because you have a new identity. And I want you to document it when you see it. I want you to take a video or take a photo as you're doing these wealth walks. You can keep it to yourself, or it would delight me if you shared it on social media and tagged me at ProjectME with Tiffany on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. What are you seeing on your walk? What is evidence? Jot it down in your wealth journal. That's just a reflection of her letting you know that she is here. I am you. We are fully embodied. And so it is. Wishing you great health, wealth, and worth as always. Love you so much. If you are truly enjoying this work and getting so much out of it, which I really hope you are, and you can feel in your nervous system that this is what you've been missing and you want more of it, and you only want to go deeper, because you know that this is where your greatest expansion lies. It's not in doing more. It's not in more and more and more strategy. Not to say that that isn't important. I teach that too. But without doing this type of work along with it, it will never happen. Or it'll be so hard that you'll be burnt out and you won't truly be able to enjoy all of the abundance that is there for you. Whatever abundance is for you. Abundance in slow mornings, abundance in having a beautiful piece of property, abundance in buying your parents a house, abundance in being able to live where you want, travel when you want, be on your own time frame, abundance in having so much money that you don't have to look at your account when you go out to dinner, when you book a plane ticket, when you want to donate to charity, when you want to buy a new car, as you know that you have more than enough. This is my best kept not so secret, is doing this work and combined with proven strategy. I did the strategy all on my own without much of this work. I kind of thought I was doing it, but I really wasn't. It was all intellectualizing, and I made good money. I was a thousandaire, but I had no personal freedom. I was emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually bankrupt, but I had money in the bank. But that's not abundance. That's not what we're after. And some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then the universe and God had everything flipped for me, put me in deep, deep pain, because that's when we're propelled into taking action and it wakes us up to get out of our own way and do very, very many levels of growth work to get where I'm at today so that I could be ahead on the path, so I could teach it to you in a way that you could really hear me. You're like, no, I get it. I know she's been through it. This isn't hocus pocus. Because I couldn't have listened to very many people. There were a couple I could listen to. Thank God there are people who go before us. And we're being called, and you're being called to go before other people exactly as you are in your current state today. And your higher self is there to guide you. That's the easy way. That's how we make more and work less. That's how we reclaim our joy, our health, our serenity, our spiritual contact with the universe. Our health is by doing this. So I welcome you to the special offer that I am giving only to my wealth walkers. You're getting it for 55% off. It's a one-time only offer. The link is in the show notes. You can swipe up, or it's in the description here on YouTube at ProjectME TV. You can go to projectmewithtiffany.com/special offer and get this for 55% off. And you will see why hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from all different income levels, all different backgrounds, from all over the world and all different types of businesses have had incredible, profound, lasting transformation from doing make more and work less. This isn't some silly little, I'm going to show you how to make a bunch of money without having to work fantasy marketing program. We don't do this. That's not what this is about. We take intentional actions to get intentional results, and we make ourselves even temporarily uncomfortable in order for us to rise. Because to think that you're going to get there without some discomfort in being able to do some things that you've not done before and attract things that you've not had before, it is going to feel a little awkward. It is going to feel a little different. It is going to feel a little painful. And trying to work around that and get it anyway is spiritual bypassing. It doesn't work. You know it. You've already tried it. You've witnessed other people doing it. And if you know that you're being called, which quite frankly, if you're at this point in the series, you are being called to walk towards that true giant manifestation surge in your life, this is what you need to do. Go to projectmewithtiffany.com/special offer and go get the free guide that I made you, the journal, at projectmewithtiffany.com/wealthy. All the resources are inside the show notes. I can't wait to see all of you tagging me in your videos, your pictures, you printing out your journal. I love seeing how all of you are expanding and reconnecting with yourself. We come into this world by ourselves, ultimately, right? We're birthed into this world alone as an entity, and we exit that way. And we forget that we're fully capable of having everything we want because of what we already have embodied within us. Love you.